The man to cause her pain and strife. To say she wanna do the life. The man to cause her pain and strife.
Nationwide 90 FM now presents the East Rural St. Andrew Constituency Conference. This is brought to you by the West Kingston Constituency Office and the Jamaica Labour Party.
A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide 90 FM for this special live broadcast. We're coming to you live from the hills of Kintyre in East Rural St. Andrew for their constituency conference. The constituency is represented in the Parliament by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Juliet Holness. She's a two-term Member of Parliament seeking a third consecutive term in office. My name is Ricardo Brooks, and I can tell you, listeners, as far as statements go, if the Speaker of the House of Representatives intends to make a statement by this conference, she has succeeded. I can tell you, I have tried in getting here almost every single conceivable entrance to get to this football field, and it was ram-packed with Labourites in all directions. It took me 1 hour to get to this location, and it wasn't for want of trying my very best. I have with me the State Minister in Tourism, Delano Seavright. What did you do to Kintyre?
Welcome to East Rural St. Andrew.
This is a statement.
It is a statement. You know, the leader has performed, the Prime Minister has performed, our deputy leaders, you know, Area Council 1 has performed, and of course, Mrs. Juliet Holness has been a phenomenal performer in what is really geographically one of the most complex seats in Jamaica. You know that?
Yes, in terms of certainly the size.
You have to go all over the place to get somewhere.
Absolutely, which I found out. This afternoon. What can we expect to hear from the lineup of speakers?
I think certainly the achievements. I mean, the party did a blitz the other day that I think has been phenomenally successful. I mean, I myself am out of the booklets, the achievements booklets, which outlines just hundreds of achievements on the part of the party and the government over the years. People want to read it, so I literally, even today, I was in Waterworks. We were handing them out, talking to the residents, and we ran out again, and we're trying to get some more. The party has performed well over the last several years, since 2016. There's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot to build on. We also are happy to be here in East Rural St. Andrew. Mrs. Holness has held this seat for 2 consecutive terms. This is a seat that I served on when one of my first management committee as a young person in university. I worked with Joe Hibbert and the team here in East Rural St. Andrew. It's a tremendously difficult seat.
Yes.
It has a lot of issues. Natural disasters tend to have a bigger impact here. It's diverse, it's urban, it's suburban, it's rural, it's everything in one. It's coastline, it's mountain at the same time, right? But phenomenal people that require a phenomenal amount of work and energy. Mrs. Holness has been absolutely on top of that. She's a champion when it comes to getting things done, and she's a right fit for this constituency.
Talk to me a little bit more about the achievement booklet, because certainly from where I sit in the social media space, certainly in traditional media, you dominated the news cycle, certainly for about 2 days with that document. Talk to me about why it was so important to codify those achievements.
I think it's absolutely important because there's so much. We live in a world now where information moves by the nanosecond. I mean, social media is filled with information, some fake, some true, and everybody has their own truth. And I think it was important, and I think the party made the correct decision in saying, let's put all, as much as we possibly can, because there are many more achievements, I can tell you, on top of what's in the achievements booklet. Put it together so that the people can have a copy of it and look at it and read it. And there are a lot of people out there who are not political. They're not into JLP or PNP. A lot of people are undecided. They're unsure about what they're doing. And for me, certainly, in the constituency of North Central St. Andrew, we have been able to go into Waterworks, into Norbrook Acres, Olivier Mews, Armour Heights, and these places. where some people just don't vote. They don't care about the day-to-day politics, and we're able to talk to them about our achievements. And they were really happy that there's something codified in a booklet form that says this is what we have done, and you can have confidence in us in building on these achievements that we have. I mean, the fact is that we cut GCT in half. For the electricity, we cut GST from 16.5 to 15%. Our economy has been stable since 2016, and that's a great achievement. Our foreign exchange rate has been stable. Unemployment is at the lowest it has ever been. We have cut murders nearly in half. Those are phenomenal achievements that, frankly, has put Jamaica in a unique position in the world today and in the Caribbean as a shining beacon in the Caribbean. Our Caribbean neighbors, and we love them, have issues. Barbados had to be going to the IMF. Trinidad, you can't get a $200 in Trinidad without searching hell and high water to get it. But in Jamaica, a lot of those things, we don't have those problems, and we must be proud of these achievements, and we must highlight to Jamaican people that yes, we want to build on these achievements.
I noticed elements within the People's National Party. Specifically, I'm talking about, for example, Damian Crawford.
Yes.
I saw a video of him. I think he was in Halfway Tree.
I think Hope Road or something, wiping windscreen.
I see a notice that Mark Golding intends to have a reasoning session with taximen in Crossroads. What do you make of that as a response to your achievement book? Because it's clearly that's what it is.
I was having an honest conversation. Well, I was having a conversation yesterday with some residents in a particular area. And the truth is, it really is difficult for the PNP to come up with a clear-cut campaign based on growth and achievements. And the JLP has performed well despite the odds. We got hit by a pandemic. Nobody saw that coming. And for us to recover from probably the most significant event of the last 100 years, outside of probably World War II, it really is phenomenal that we're at a point where we can say, despite all the challenges that we have faced, despite going through a global pandemic, we have recovered, and not only recovered, we're building on that recovery. It's hard for the opposition, I think, and I think this is why they have sort of relied on gossip and sus and hearsay. I mean, forgive me, but that's true. I heard Damien, who was a friend, saying, "Boy, and we need to extend school by 2 hours." And then his response to the achievements document was to go to Halfway and wipe some windscreen. It just shows that there's a lack of depth there. There's a lack of ideas. There's a lack of, this is our alternative. This is what we're putting on the table.
But does it also show that the Prime Minister, for example, being in the center of the street in Halfway Tree, handing out these booklets himself personally, that the opposition might think that this has resonated and so they need to do something similar?
I think so, and I think so many people are absolutely excited to see the Prime Minister out there handing out these achievement files, because it was such a humbling experience too, and everybody appreciated it. Certainly in Manor Park, people loved it. They said they have never seen it before, and they're really impressed by it. And it also shows that we're connecting with the people at your level. And it's important that we do that, and we have to do a lot of that. And that is important because there's so much that we have achieved. Jamaica cannot make that mistake of going in any other direction at this point in time. We simply need to move in the direction of proven performers and build on that performance.
Your critics say they're not surprised by your communication blitz because this is a PR government. How do you respond to that?
No. Government these days is about getting the right information out, and you have to put information out. You have to put it out aggressively, and you have to be on the ball by the second and by the nanosecond, because that's the world we live in. If you look at Trump in the US, Trump literally lives on X. I mean, he literally lives on his Truth Social and all that. We have to keep the information out there and keep the information flow unimpeded. Why? Because there's so much room for gossip and sus and half-truths and mistruths and disinformation, and you have to keep it going. So I know some people have that view, and that's okay, but the government has a duty. It has a right, frankly, to communicate its successes on a constant, daily, hourly, minutely, secondly basis, because you cannot allow too much room for misinformation. And frankly, some of that had occurred, and we have to quickly correct some of that.
You've heard the PNP, I'm sure, the argument that if you were as confident as you're projecting, if you're as confident as the Labour rights say, the election would have been called already. Why are we down to the wire?
No, listen, we have confidence in the Jamaican people. We know what our Constitution says, and the Prime Minister is phenomenal, I think, at deciding dates and so on. Actually, he has done it well over the years. We're also performing. It's a government that's performing. We have achieved so much on the social front, the economic front, on many other fronts. And it's an opportunity really for everybody to settle down this summer, see what we have done, and know the plans that we're going to be building and what we're going to be doing over the coming years. Jamaica is on a phenomenal path of success, and we need to stay there. And the election will be called. I mean, it will. And the people will decide, and we want to ensure that they have the space and the oxygen and the room to make the right decision. And I think they will. I think they will choose Jamaica.
Delana Seawright is confident the JLP will win.
Absolutely.
We are expecting listeners to hear,
so.
Of course, from the host, Member of Parliament, Juliet Holness. She's the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Desmond McKenzie is the Deputy Leader for Area Council 1. He will also speak. So too Delroy Chuck, Dr. Christopher Tufton, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, Dr. Andrew Wheatley. And the main address this evening will come from the JLP leader and the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness. We're coming to you live from the East Rural St. Andrew Constituency Conference in the Kintyre Division. And as I said before, as far as statements go, this is one hell of a statement. Stay with us. Soon come.
Nationwide 90 FM.
No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another no April rain, no flowers bloom.
Nationwide 90 FM.
No wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something
Nationwide 90 FM. 90 FM.
Made up of these three words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide 90 FM. We're coming to you live from the East Rural St. Andrew Constituency Conference. We're in the Kintyre Division at the Kintyre Community Centre football field. Yeah, the host Member of Parliament is Juliet Holness, 2 terms in the House of Representatives. She's currently the Speaker of the House of Representatives. We have with us Chair of the JLP's Communication Task Force, Senator Apka Fitzhenley. Senator, good evening.
Thank you, Ricardo. Good evening to you. Good evening to the listeners of Nationwide 90 FM. And I should say good evening as well to the viewers. I see the thing upgrade.
Since you were last year.
Yes.
How you do?
I am well. A strong showing this evening for Juliet Holness. We are confident in the Jamaica Labour Party that the people of East Rural St. Andrew will deliver for the incumbent Member of Parliament in a seat that is very critical to the outcome of the next general election.
The crowd I'm seeing here, talk to me a little bit about what this signifies for organizational capacity of the East Rural organization.
Well, I can tell you, Juliet Holness, one of her strong points is that she's a very, very organized individual. She's able to deliver a turnout. And I can tell you as well, the majority of people who you see behind me is not a bussing crowd. The majority are people from East Rural St. Andrew who have come out voluntarily in support of Juliet Anne-Marie Holness because she's an active Member of Parliament. You know, in good and bad times, she's here for the people of the constituency. They love her and she loves them. And we are confident that they will deliver for her on election day, whenever that is.
There is some truth to that, listeners, because as you know, I come from the East and this constituency stresses as far as the East. And coming here, I could see the labor rights organizing themselves to get here. You would have presided over the task force that issued this document. Listeners, the record achievements, the Doing More For You document from the Jamaica Labour Party. Talk to me about numbers in terms of what you're seeing in terms of take-up.
Well, it's a team effort. Communication Department of the Jamaica Labour Party, the party secretariat, the effort spearheaded by Kamina Johnson-Smith, who is chairman of the Manifesto and Achievements Committee. Boy, what a hard-working and disciplined woman. Turned over this document in a very short space of time. I must commend her. But in terms of the take-up of the document, we printed almost 100,000 copies, and we're almost out. We're going back to print more copies because the demand for it is so much in many constituencies across Jamaica. Talking about Clarendon constituencies in St. Elizabeth. You know, people might think, you know, it's only urban communities who are interested.
That's a good point, because I was going to ask you that, if the take-up has been predominantly in Kingston and St. Andrew.
Absolutely not. All across the country, and I am the person, I'm getting the calls. People are sending for more documents. So I have to say, boy, I'm out. We might be printing some more because people are very interested in the message of the Jamaica Labour Party. As a matter of fact, what I've heard from the ground, people are saying, boy, long in coming, you should have done this long time, because a lot of lies are being told indicate your achievements. I like to see your acts of care on behalf of the people of Jamaica. So there's a high take-up, high demand for the achievements document, and I believe it is an important part of a change in the body politic that Prime Minister and Jamaica Labour Party leader Dr. Andrew Holness is successfully attempting to preside over. Where you don't just go up on a platform and say show a labour right or cuss PNP. You're able to speak to a record of achievements, acts of care on behalf of the people of Jamaica in various sectors. That document achieves that.
So we saw the blitz, we saw the dominance on traditional and across social media. What more can the electorate expect from the communication and manifesto commissions going forward?
Well, in the coming weeks, in the coming days, you will see our traditional media and social media education, public education initiatives. I like to say that as opposed to an advertisement campaign.
Interesting phrasing, public education.
Absolutely. You will see an escalation of that. Because I can tell you, come election day, the people of Jamaica, in every nook and cranny of the island, they will not be able to say that we have not indicated what we have done, one, and what we intend to do. And I say that as chairman of the Communication Task Force of the Jamaica Labour Party. Across social media, across traditional media, we will be articulating in a strong, simple, respectful manner to the people of Jamaica the runs we have put on the board, one, and what we intend to do, because believe me, the Prime Minister has some big plans on the way for the people of Jamaica. Having stabilized the economy, he is very bullish about ensuring that the people of Jamaica at all levels, in particular the Jamaican masses, benefit from the reward of economic stability. He likes to refer to it as an economic pie, which must be shared up with the people of Jamaica, in particular poor people, low income earners. So I expect that even in the publication of our manifesto, a lot of it will be geared towards our plans for people, the Jamaican masses. Because we accept that, Ricardo, yes, we have put runs on the board. Yes, we have imposed no new taxes over 8 years. Yes, we have presided over 20 consecutive quarters of expansion, positive expansion in the Jamaican economy. But cost of living challenges exist, not just in Jamaica, but across the world. It's a duty of governments to make easier the lives of the people of Jamaica. Labour Party has done some of that, and we will get more of that done.
You're a media man, obviously. Obviously, in the last 15 years or so, unquestionably one of Jamaica's finest journalists. But you've seen how the media and communication landscape has changed. And communicating as a political party in this environment is particularly difficult. How do you ensure that that message resonates across all the platforms it needs to, and in the splintered era where misinformation is so rife?
It has to be a mixed strategy. It cannot just be a social media oriented strategy or a traditional media oriented strategy. And hence the vision of going on the ground, printing your achievements, and carrying it directly to the people of Jamaica. So it has to be a mixed bag in terms of communication in this age. And the document is really a vision of the Prime Minister in terms of outlining the achievements and printing them. And I have had instances where people in St. Elizabeth, people in Clarendon have said, look here, they have challenges in terms of interpreting a document of that nature. But they want us to send copies to them because they're going to have their children read it to them. They're proud of their party, and there are people who are not Labourites in terms of thoroughbred Labourites or born Labourite, as I like to say, but people who are, they vote based on who they feel, which political party they feel has done more for the country. And they're asking for the document because they're seeking to make up their minds. And that, for me, is very important because we recognize that in any election, the uncommitted is a very important cohort. In fact, I'd say that whichever political party is able to bring out more of the undecided, the uncommitted, is likely to win the general election.
And you believe this document appeals to the undecided?
I have no doubt it does, based on the feedback, the take-up, the demand for it. And I also equally have no doubt that the political party that has delivered most for Jamaica, dating back from the 1970s to the 1990s to 2007 to 2016, 2020, is the Jamaica Labour Party.
How did you determine which 200 plus achievements are document worthy? Because that's what I've been trying to figure out. I've read it twice now, and I say, how do you come to the decision which achievements you put in there?
You would have heard the chairman of the Manifesto and Achievements Committee, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, indicate that the most difficult part about putting a document like this together is determining which achievements to put in it, because there are so many, and some have been twinned in various areas. But how do you determine it? I'm a data man. Time upon time, polls upon polls, anecdotal studies indicate the concerns of the people of Jamaica. Crime, cost of living, corruption, etc. So that kind of data has assisted in guiding which of the acts of care or our execution of our duty of care to the people of Jamaica is given preeminence in that document.
Finally, some people say, why did it take so long? Why did it take so long for you to release something like this to the electorate? Because, as you know, there was a period where the misinformation, the disinformation was running rife, and you waited until now. Why did it take so long?
Well, politics is about timing. We have been using our platforms to verbally indicate to the people of Jamaica what we are doing. The government has been indicating as well via advertisements about what we have been, programs and plans, policies which we have been executing on behalf of the people of Jamaica. I hear some people referring to it as political advertisements. I don't agree at all. I'm of the view that in this age of misinformation and disinformation, it is important that governments, not just political parties, dedicate a section of their communication budget to informing the people of Jamaica Because when you go across the world, the international forums, invariably on the agenda is how to tackle misinformation and disinformation. And there's a lot of that in this age. I mean, sometimes there are posts which go up on platforms, various traditional media platforms, and you will see a host of comments, positive to the opposition. But then when you check the profile of the maker of the comment,
Bots.
no post, no followers. You call that bots. That's the kind of technological age that we exist in, where there are institutions across the world who utilize bots to create a certain impression. It is even more important that we put together our credible track record of achievements, acts of care, and bring it to the people of Jamaica. And I can tell you, Ricardo, when I sat where you sat, I'd have some sort of cynicism towards politicians. But it has been a pleasure to work alongside Dr. Holness, because he's a man he works very hard, he's effective, he's up at 2 in the mornings studying the NHT policy, studying the students' loan policy, because he has a deep sense of care. He wants to leave a legacy of progress on behalf of the people of Jamaica. And importantly, he has directed the party, right, and the comes team that, look here, this business of using bots to tell lies or to create a false impression, the Jamaica Labour Party does not believe in that, because when we tell the truth, we believe that the people of Jamaica are discerning, and they will invariably and eventually decide in our favor. I have no doubt that whenever the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party leader calls a general election, the Jamaica Labour Party will be returning to Garden House. We'll be walking down Duke Street. Victory is nigh.
Senator Abka Fitzen is the chair of the JLP's Communication Task Force. He's one of the speakers tonight for this constituency conference in East Rural St. Andrew, or specifically in the Kintyre division. Stay with us. Much more from the stage and much more interviews for you. Soon come.
Nationwide 90 FM.
And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high. She said, she just found me getting crazy on jeans. And all had turned, cause she was the queen. In the blink of an eye, I knew her number and her name. Yeah. She said I was the tiger she wanted to tame. Now we're sharing the same dream, and our hearts they're beating one. No more love to run. I lose my cool when she steps in the room. And I get so excited just from her perfume. Electric eyes that you can't ignore. And passion burns you like never before. I was in search of a good time, just running my game, yeah.
We're back with you. We're back with you in East Rural St. Andrew. We're in the Kintyre division for the East Rural St. Andrew Constituency Conference. The constituency is represented in the Parliament by two-term MP, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Juliet Holness. We have with us Phoenicia Phillips, former councillor for the Papine division in the neighboring Eastern St. Andrew. So she's not a stranger to East Rural St. Andrew. And she's here, and of course, she's, as they say, choosing Jamaica. Why?
For every reason why every other Jamaican is choosing Jamaica at this moment. We are seeing our country turning towards a direction that many of us for so long have only dreamt about. A lot of us believe that it would never happen in our lifetime. Yes, we expected that administration after administration, the needle would probably move a notch. But where we are now, compared to where we anticipated we would have been, believe you me, every single right-thinking Jamaican, including Mark Golden, must be choosing Jamaica right now.
Venetia Phillips, when I was growing up, you were the comradest of comrades.
Absolutely.
What changed?
The PNP changed. The direction of the PNP changed. The PNP for a very long time, and I had been saying it when I was on those benches, that it was moving further and further away from what the late Michael Manley intended for the PNP. It was intended to be a people's party. It was intended to be a vehicle that would have been a servant of the people of Jamaica, to take Jamaica to where we're seeing Jamaica now, except that the vehicle is the Jamaica Labour Party. And so if you are a right-thinking Jamaican, then certainly you cannot be detained by colour. If you really believe in Jamaica and you believe that we must all contribute to moving our country forward, then certainly it cannot be loyalty to party over country. I have chosen Jamaica. I have long chosen Jamaica, and that is why today I'm a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
You talk about Michael Manley, and I've read comments, isolated comments here and there of people saying, in some ways, Andrew Holness reminds them of Michael Manley. Is that a stretch?
I think it's not a stretch. I believe that the charismatic style, the poise, that genuine, you can see his desire to really see Jamaica achieve greatness. But he has moved it from just a desire. You have seen him take affirmative action, and we are seeing the fruits of the action taken. The leadership of Andrew Holness, despite all the adversarial stuff that would have come his way, he has stayed the course. He has proven to be a stable leader. He has proven to be a conscientious leader, and a leader that who wants to unite Jamaica. Can you imagine we're talking about low crime rates in Jamaica at this time? Something we only dreamt about, but we never thought was possible, if you're honest. But today we're talking about close to half of where we were back in 2016. So that is something that takes grit. It takes dedication, and of course, you will lose support along the way for something like that, whether we like it or not. But the truth be told is that Andrew Holness is committed to nation building. He's committed to a better Jamaica. And so all Jamaicans must rally around Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party as we choose Jamaica with the Jamaica Labour Party as the vehicle to take us to the development status that we all desire.
When you made the decision to leave the People's National Party, that must have come at extreme personal cost.
It was.
Did you lose friends?
You would have. I mean, the truth be told is that because of over the years, you grew up in the system. I was born a PNP. It's not like I joined it like Mark Golden. It was not a transactional relationship. It's something that you grew up with. And so there are persons there that I would have come up through the ranks from the YO. And for me personally, it was a painful position to be in. Why? Because I left the PNP 2 years before Jamaicans even realized it. But the PNP knew. Because I'd stopped going to 89 Old Road. I stopped keeping meetings. I'd stopped attending all this stuff because I believe it was a farce. And I should not be part of the perpetuating of that farce. I didn't believe that people were at the center of the focus of the PNP. And sometimes you would have seen on social media, I would have placed things in the public to tease discussions to try to get the PNP back to core business. That never happened. They drifted further and further away from where we were supposed to be going in order to take Jamaica to this place that we're at today. And so, yes, I would have lost friends along the way, but Bob Marley said, good friends we've had, good friends we've lost along the way. But the truth be told is that the greater good is that of the development of my country. And so even though I have lost, I am entreating them today. So when you go behind that box election day, it's a personal decision. It's you alone and God around here. For God's sake, do the right thing. You know it's the right thing. When you see a political party with a member of parliament on a political platform telling their comrades to dislike other Jamaicans, Denise Daly, who I love so much, then it tells you that the PNP has lost its soul at a time when we should be uniting Jamaica around all things good about Jamaica. We have politicians in the house saying to people, dislike your fellow countrymen. We cannot afford to go back there.
So no regrets?
Absolutely none.
Why was it so important for you to be here to support Juliet Holness this evening?
Because it is part of the mandate. It is part of what we need to do to ensure that even the people on the ground who are still loyal to party color, it is not about us coming here and screaming and shouting and the vibe. It is about getting the message, and that is why what you see is the Labour Party campaigning in a very different way to what we have been accustomed to over the years, where we take the message to the people. We were here yesterday. We went house to house. Mrs. Holness is a strong Jamaican woman, and is a woman who has brought talent to the house, and we believe that she must be there because she has influence on a number of women across Jamaica who would otherwise have been afraid. When they're in organizations and their partners are in the same organization, they're afraid to shine because they fear that the criticism will be there of nepotism and this and that. But here is a woman who is standing on her principle and representing her people, irrespective of all the negatives that would be thrown at her by the opposition and naysayers. She is standing as a beacon of hope to women who need to actually get that kind of strength of character to be their true potential.
You'll be working in this constituency on election day?
I'm in several. As a matter of fact, I'm coming from Southwest St. Anne, and you should have seen
all over the place.
You should have seen the jamboree in mainland. MP Xavier Main is fully locked in, and can I tell you? Notice I'm here, and I didn't have to rush because this government has given us the kind of carpet that allowed me to stay within the speed limit and get here from Alexandria, where I'm coming from, almost 3 hours away, and I got here on time.
Former Councillor Venetia Phillips is here in East Rural St. Andrew. She's supporting Juliet Holness, she says, because it's the right thing to do, and she's urging her fellow Jamaicans to do the right thing and choose Jamaica.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
We're going to throw you to the platform now where things are getting started.
Must be re-elected. So we have achieved so much. We are in a region where Barbados had to go to the IMF. You go to Trinidad, you can't get the US dollar, you can't get the Canadian dollar, you can't get anything. Our economy is stable. We're cutting borders in half. When you look at the work of Minister Flight Green, 700 farm roads repaired and rehabilitated to show our labor rights. When you look at the leadership in land, 23,500 land titles issued under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness to show our labor rights. When we look at the social housing program, one of the best in the world, looking out for those who are in need, says show our labor rights. And we can go more and more. You look at Spark, 600 and odd roads will be rehabilitated under the Spark program, the largest road rehabilitation program in our country's history, says show our labor rights. When you look at the fact that there has been no new taxes over the last 80 years. It is this government that cut GCT from 16.5% to 15%. It is this government that cut GCT and your light bill in half, says our labor rights. When you look at the jobs created, 250,000 jobs created under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness. We deserve a third term, says our labor rights. So here we are now. What is the PNP offering? Seriously, what are they offering? My Rasta brethren in my white windscreen, no even know what to tell you, no. All them come with is spare rumor and sus and gossip and scandal and foolishness. All them come to we know, everywhere we see them talk about blood and fire, blood and fire. What that mean? And we are about serious government, serious people leading this country, not comedians. So we have shown to you, under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness, that we are performing, that we are delivering, that we are creating, that we are implementing what them come with. The Ras come now and say, boy, I want to extend school day by 2 hours. I mean, These are the people who are at the top of the PMP that want to take over the country, you know. And you ask him, what is your plan for the development of the education sector? First him come and say, boy, we need to add 1% to GCT so we can raise a couple $1 billion for putting in education. Raise him one raise tax, you know. Then after that, no, him come now and say, we must add 2 hours to the school day. And the Jamaica Teachers Association. And we all know the Jamaica Teachers Association, even them have to come out and say that don't make sense. What is it that the GenSec, who is also the agriculture spokesperson, want to do to reform agriculture and make it better? Him saying we want to put tax on food. Labor rights. We are at a critical juncture in our country's history. You have MPs across this island who continue to work and continue to deliver at the level of Juliet Holness. We as a country have an obligation to ensure that we speak to each and every Jamaican and let them understand that we are a party of performance. We are a party of achievement. We are a party of delivery, and we must continue the prosperity under the leadership of Andrew Michael Owners, Sexual Labor Rights.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica, this is what it really means. To choose Jamaica, choose JLP.
Labor rights, if you believe in the Jamaica Labour Party, make everybody hear you say no new taxes. If you believe in the Jamaica Labour Party, make everybody hear you say crime reduce, poverty reduce, unemployment is on the lowest ever. Yes, labor rights, that's the impact of the Jamaica Labour Party government. Labor rights, there is much to talk about and there is more to be said. The story shall be told, and we have to tell our own story, because if we don't, them other ones will bring the propaganda. So labor rights, we're going to continue from the platform. And I did say last week, and this individual did confirm, if you know the song Amazing Grace, there is a section in that song that says, I once was blind, but now I see. I once was lost, but now I'm found. She saw the light. She felt the movement, the wind of prosperity, and she made the choice. She chose Jamaica. Labor rights, make welcome to the microphone, Venetia Philip.
I saw the light, I saw the light, no more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
So are labor rights? So are labor rights? I greet everyone on the platform, all protocols observed. I see the champion deputy leader in the back over there. Big up, none other than my boss and Minister Desmond McKenzie. Labor rights, you heard my brother and friend, our chairman, Fabian, said just now that amazing grace visited upon me. And that is correct. And praise the Lord, I did what? Saw the light. Can you tell I am happy? Can you tell I'm smiling? Uno look good down there, you see? But let us talk labor rights. Can I just tell you that the People's National Party, I said it last week and I'm going to say it again, they are frustrated. They are a set of frustrated people. because they're not accustomed to election campaign like the one they're seeing now. They're not accustomed to achievements being used as the main tool of campaigning because they're used to propaganda spreading. They're used to distorting information. They are used to trickery. And remember, if fish come from sea bottom and tell us a shark down there, believe him. Labor rights. Our party leader took to the streets with the team to greet Jamaicans and to give Jamaicans our record of achievement. They were running up and down. They gave their bloggers some talking points that if we were confident, our leader wouldn't have to be out there. But let us remind them, Andrew Holness, he's a Jamaican. He's from the people. He's for the people. He's of the people. And he's with the people. And he's not afraid to be associated with the people. Labor rights. Never before you are witnessing history. No administration has ever seen a prime minister going for a third term and so boast you out of street. Because usually it's tax after tax after tax after tax after tax. Usually the DJ them are sing poor people fed up to how the system set up. But under Andrew Holness, there is hope. And hope is visiting Jamaicans right now. When you talk about housing, you see poor people getting houses like never before. We're not knocking food for the poor, but on a board house we are giving them dignity in homes. That is the work and vision of our leader. When you talk about Jamaicans crying out for water, you have never seen a more efficient minister than Matthew Samuda. Water is coming into the hills and valleys. And even in this constituency, Hope Flats is going to be getting their water later this week because their member of parliament, Juliet Holness, has been making the representation. Labor rights, when you talk about a party that believes in women, you are talking about the Jamaica Labour Party. When you look at the platform and you look at the caliber of women who have been representing our people across Jamaica, you can say that Jamaica is moving on up. You used to watch the Jeffersons. We're moving on up. Yeah, man. That is the Jamaica Labour Party. Our leader not scratching anywhere for solution. Our leader is a stable leader. Our leader of a winning team. Our leader is a man of vision. So I'm not for scratch for ideas. The ideas are here. Labor rights, let me tell you this. You know they are desperate when you see a member of parliament go on a political platform and talking to her people, encouraging them to hate Jamaicans because the color of them shirt different. I want to say to Denise Daly from this platform, the word is love. The JLP is Jamaica loving people. And we don't want no more war in Jamaica. And that is why you are advocates. That's why you are agents of the message. We're not calling you to blood and fire. And that is why crime rate is down. Because we are committed to safety. So I want to say to the PNP, under the sound of my voice, when you go on election day, it's you and God. Do the right thing and choose Jamaica. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party. You know the right thing. You know that this is the party that is making things better. I want to say to them that never before young people across Jamaica, when summer come, can look forward to paid summer employment, the largest ever in government. That program is a pioneer of Desmond McKenzie and the Jamaica Labour Party, and PNP picked me a benefit too. of Jamaica, and we are the beacon of hope to take Jamaica to higher heights. Our leader is not a samphire. Our leader don't invest in trickery. He invests in the people of Jamaica. And that is why we are saying to all of you, you see the flag war them a play? We ain't on a flag war with nobody. Because flag can't vote. You see, by 12 o'clock election day, we must be locked and loaded. Because third term would be in the bag. And Mark Golden and Damian Crawford and all of the Samphire people, we are saying to you, no shame to your game. Mark Golden, no shame to your game. Go behind the box, leader of the opposition, and do the right thing and choose Jamaica. Vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. Show Labour rights.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica. This is what it really means to choose Jamaica. Choose JLP. Yes, we're building a better future together.
How you feel, Labour rights? How you feel? How you feeling, Labour rights? All right. Yes, Labour rights. I hear that those who driving to come here have to park them car way down so and walk through the crowd. The crowd thick. Such is the message from the Jamaica Labour Party. Thick message. Enough to talk about. Labour rights. You're going to hear from someone now who has been serving, who has offered service to this country in a big way a few years ago. But this individual wasn't comfortable with what she would have done, and she did extremely well. This individual don't know what it means to lose. A winnings, she say. At the time, you could be talking about silver, but she knows what gold is, and she knows the goal of her people. Labour rights, all who are in the earshot of my voice, make sure you listen up. This is the sprinter. This is the boss lady for West Rural St. Andrew. I speak of none other than Juliet Cuthbert Flynn.
Now listen what them I say. Them why you say you feel, but you are win next term this year. Right now, Juliet not have no worries. She a lead on everything, yes. And she a win everything.
So on Labour rights. East Rural. East Rural. I bring you greetings. Let me say hello to everyone on the platform. Babel, the mic, you can't hear me? Or you can't hear me now? You can't hear me now? All right. I bring you greetings from West Rural. We're going to say mic check. I bring you greetings from the cool hills of West Rural St. Andrew. And I see my West Rural people here. Yes, we had to be here this evening because I know that Juliet Holness is working for the people of East Rural St. Andrew. And I know that East Rural is ready to return her for the third term. You know, Labour rights, we know that we've been doing a great job in crime reduction. There's been a 42% reduction in crime. And that's because this government, your government, has been working very hard to make this happen. You remember when they kept asking for the crime plan? You remember, no more, you don't hear them anymore asking for a crime plan.
You know why? Because the crime plan is not working. Yes. You know, I saw another gentleman in a orange shirt today in the newspaper saying that the people are facing trauma in St. James. There's been a 67% reduction in murder in St. James. And this man, do you know why they're facing trauma? We're all facing trauma because the PMP did nothing about crime fighting for 18 and a half years. That is why, and that is the reason. This government, we've been working very hard. We have invested in technology to make sure that the police have the technology to reduce crime. This government has been working hard to make sure that the police have the proper police stations to work from to make sure that crime is reduced. It is this government that has made sure that the police have enough boots on the ground and enough police cars in order to reduce crime. And so this is the Andrew Holness-led government that has made this happen. And so, my labor rights, the PMP, they definitely cannot be trusted. They are so jealous of us cutting ribbons week after week after week. And more ribbons will be cut this week. Last week, labor rights, we cut another ribbon in West Rural St. Andrew, opening a police station. Yes. And so they're going to tired to see we face. They're going to be tired of us cutting ribbons because we are not done. And in our third term, there will be more ribbons to cut. You know, I want to say something because I saw a PMP cutting a ribbon this week. I couldn't believe it because I thought that it is something illegal that he was doing, giving water to people. I didn't know that a person who is not a member of parliament, who is not an elected official, he's not NWC, but somehow he was giving water to people somewhere in St. James. And, you know, they cannot be trusted. They even lay a pipeline along the boulevard and did not connect the pipeline. Labor rights, it is this government that has worked hard. The hardest working, one of the hardest working ministers, Matthew Samuda, making sure that we're getting water right across Jamaica, right across the country, something that we have never seen before in the history of Jamaica. Labor rights, it is this government that has managed the country. We cannot trust the PMP to lead us into a third term. There is no way we have to make sure that they're not elected this time around. So you know what you need to do, right? You know what you need to do. You're gonna put the X beside the bell. Labor rights. We saw what happened during a pandemic. We saw the entire world grappling with this disease, the COVID-19 pandemic. It crippled the entire world. And no civil servant, none, no nurse, no doctor, no teacher was laid off, while we saw our Caribbean counterparts laying off civil servants because we manage the country. The PMP could never do that. They cannot lead. They're not good stewards of this country, and they cannot be trusted. Labor rights, we saw just the other day, we saw a number of things happening in this country. We saw our Prime Minister in Halfway Tree handing out booklets to show our achievement. Labor rights, that has never happened in our history. That has never happened in our history. I'm 61 years old, and I remember back in 1980 when a lot of Jamaicans ran away from this country because of PMPism. And we will not return to that time in our history. They're talking about blood and fire. They're talking about war. You know, Denise Daly should be ashamed of herself when she's talking, what is she? Setting PMP against labor rights. Setting up PMP against labor rights. Telling them to hate us. But we are not about that, labor rights. We're all about love. That is what we are about. Labor rights, East Rural. I'm saying to you, your member of parliament has been working very hard. I've been watching Juliet go across all divisions and working in all divisions. Labor right, this election is a serious election. I know that you're watching and seeing all that has been happening in the newspaper today. Them come out in full force today. So you know what is coming. I'm saying to you, make sure, workers, that you are doing all that you can to get your people out, to go out and vote come election day. I see my West Rural family, and you know that there was a woman that was in this constituency, and she had to leave. And we are going to make sure that we run away from outer West Rural and run away for good. East Rural, I'm asking you to make sure, I know that you know that you're going to do the right thing. You're going to bring back Juliet Holness. You're going to bring back Andrew Holness. And you're going to make sure that when the bell rings, you're going to put your ex beside the bell. Show a labor right.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica
Show a labor rights.
for prosperity.
Labor rights. In the same high fever, let us welcome to the stage the history-making Minister of Finance, the first female Minister of Finance and the Public Service, the Member of Parliament from the neighboring St. Andrew Eastern, Honorable Favour Williams.
Ladies,
Let us continue the welcome for the 7-star General, the Member of Parliament for North East St. Andrew, Minister Delroy Chuck, the Minister of Justice.
Roll call again. Prosperity we say. Wheel and come again. Is your name written there? Prosperity book of life. Make your mark, Jamaica road.
Labor rights, I just want to remind you where we are. We are in the constituency of East Rural St. Andrew. Jah is in control. Jah was there for the first time. Jah came back in the second term. And of course, we know what is going to happen in 2025. Jah now left here. Labor rights, we're going to continue to hear from the speakers at the platform. And now we will hear from a member of the upper house. We will hear from a senator who break the news like no other. I speak of Senator Abka, breaking news with Henley, Labor rights.
representing for Abka. Usually I'm indecisive, but when Abka break the news, I'm sure. Yeah.
Show a labor rights. Show a labor rights. I want to begin by saluting each and every member of the platform, and I want to especially big up our Deputy Leader, the Honorable Desmond Mackenzie. I want to big up as well the boss lady, the most Honorable Juliet Holness. I'm not sure if she's in the house, but if not, she's very nearby. If Jah is in control, we have no need to fear. I want to commend Juliet Holness as one of the most hard-working and effective members of Parliament in Jamaica. Juliet Holness put in the work. And when I see the turnout here today, I have covered many conferences in East Rural St. Andrew.
but this is the best turnout of any side of the political divide I've ever seen in East Rural St. Andrew. I am confident that whenever the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party leader decide to call it East Rural St. Andrew lockdown for Juliet Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party. Show our labour rights. But we cannot take anything for granted. I want to ask each and every one of you on election day, organize, 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 and get some extra people who might be undecided, to come out and put that ballot in the box and put the X beside the bell and ensure that Juliet Holness is returned to Garden House. Because Juliet put in the work. I'm talking about the paving of the road at Stafford Hall. I'm talking about the Cane River Water Project. I'm talking about the new pipeline for Constitution Hill. I'm talking about the zinc removal project. I'm talking about the communal chicken project. Juliet and Marie Holness put in the work and has earned a third term as a member of Parliament for East Rural St. Andrew. I'm talking about work in Garden Town on the Woodford football field. I'm talking about the rehabilitation of the Irish Town Road. I'm talking about the Garden Town breakaway. And I'm talking about the number of bridges that Juliet Holness has fixed in this constituency. As a young man, I spent a lot of time in Kintyre and Tavern, playing cricket and football with the youths. And I recall that any time we were in drizzle, that bridge around the corner in Kintyre Washway, and people can't cross it, Juliet Holness put in the work and ensure that development come to East Rural St. Andrew. Juliet Holness, without a doubt, is the best member of Parliament East Rural St. Andrew has ever seen. I want to talk as well this evening, not just to labor rights, but I want to talk to people who are trying to make up their mind which political party to support. There's a clear difference between the government of the Jamaica Labour Party and the government of Andrew Holness and the other side. The other side regarding housing, they want to put people to live in swamp. But the government of Andrew Holness believe in giving people a chance to live in a place that is developed and that is solid and that now washway with a little rain drizzle. We and them is not the same. Labour Party govern Jamaica better. There's a clear difference between us in the Jamaica Labour Party and the other side. Them believe in taxation. Them increase taxes on the backs of the Jamaican people. And you hear them talking about a former MP for this area, a PNP man, talking about when them come back to power, them going to increase GCT by 1%. Labour Party don't believe in that. It is the Labour Party that cut GCT from 16.5% to 15%. Labour Party govern Jamaica better. We and them is not the same. When it come on to taxation again, in them last term, them imposed $60 billion of taxes on the backs of the Jamaican people. The government of the Jamaica Labour Party preside over 8 consecutive years of no new taxes. And we cut the number of people who pay income tax. Labour Party government and them are not the same. The Jamaica Labour Party, without a doubt, govern Jamaica better. And finally, when we consider crime, them used to talk about where is the crime plan. Up to a couple of years ago, every one of them in the Senate used to ask about it. But when them was in control, You have a man who them kick out of central Manchester, who when he was in charge of national security and murders are increased, him ball, and him say, boy, him want divine intervention. And him say the best efforts of the then PNP administration is not enough. And him said the gains are low and slow. We can't trust them to govern Jamaica. That man have no right be near the seat of Jamaica House or the National Security Ministry on Oxford Road. The Jamaica Labour Party has a track record of reducing crime and murders. It is under the governance and the government of Andrew Michael Holness and National Security Minister Dr. the Honorable Horace Chang that murders cut by well over 40%. We and them are not the same. The Jamaica Labour Party government govern Jamaica better. We stand Labour rights on a track record of great performance. We come to the people with humility. And we say to the people that there is much more to come. I want to close by reiterating my message. Put in the work. Big crowd is good, but organize, organize, organize. And ensure that whenever the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party leader call a general election, Juliet Anne-Marie Holness, the boss lady, is returned to guard the house, and the government of the Jamaica Labour Party is returned to office. Show our labour rights.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica.
Labour rights. Let's welcome to the stage the Minister of Health and Wellness, Honorable Dr. Christopher Tufton. Let's welcome also the Member of Parliament for Northwest St. Andrew, Dwayne Smith.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica.
Labour rights, you have heard it. We are not like them. We have achievements. And the lady who is hosting us has graced the stage. I speak of none other than the most honorable Juliet Holness.
This election, Juliet is in the winning seat.
Let the people see you, Juliet. People want to see you. Juliet, I know it's your place, but the people want to see you. East Rural ready for you again. East Rural ready for you again. Yes, boss lady, the owner for the yard. Juliet Holness, the Labour
Socialists used too much to do. So Jamaica do not like you to let the election of fear. East Rural sentence you a fear.
Labour rights. Labour rights coming to address you now. You are so important. The Labour Party is so important. The third term is so important that this lady, she had to make the trip. She had to make the trip to be here to share with you. And who am I talking about? I am talking about the Trelawney boss lady, MP Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, Labour rights.
I'm not afraid, no, I'm not afraid.
Labour rights. East Rural St. Andrew, you're looking good. You feeling good? Your Member of Parliament, Juliet Holness, and all my colleagues on the platform, and you, the Labour Party people in the audience. I have come all the way from South Trelawney because I and all the Labourites in South Trelawney stand in full support of your candidate, Juliet Holness.
Labor right.
And I want to start this evening in my short greeting to borrow some words, and I want you to listen, of Maya Angelou. Listen. It says, it is in the reach of her arms, the stride of her step. It is in the fire in her eyes, the joy in her approach. It is in the click of her heels, the need for her care. Phenomenal woman. She doesn't have to shout or jump about, or she doesn't have to talk real loud. When you see her passing, it ought to make you feel proud. Phenomenal woman. Your member of parliament, Juliet Holness. Let me hear it for Juliet Holness. Tonight, as we celebrate emancipation, I want to remind us that we are here to support a woman who is breaking barriers and shattering limitations through her leadership style, who is breaking barriers because of her unwavering service to this country and her vision that is rooted in prosperity. Your member of parliament, and I want you to listen, your member of parliament embodies, don't blow the horn so much, you're going to ring the bell, you know. Listen, your member of parliament embodies the strength of Nanny of the Maroons. She has the resolve of our mothers that have gone on before us. And together, she is building a future for you here in East Rural and in Jamaica. So I want you to remember that emancipation is not just about the end of slavery. It is about dignity. It is about creating opportunities and about building a good and solid society. And Juliet Holness, your member of parliament, understands this. And guess what? What Juliet Holness has done is that she has translated all of this into action in East Rural. When I got here this evening, you see, and I see how I drive up the hillside, and when I reach here and I look up and I see the mountain and I see where she has worked and toiled day after day, I said, truly, she is a phenomenal woman. Listen, she has reached out and done all she can here. She has reacted to the older people. She have the dinners. She visit them. She look after them. She has reached out to the young people through all the several programs. She is the first member of parliament that has ever laid a unilayer road in Jamaica. You hear that? The first member of parliament to lay a unilayer road in this country. She has a major football league going on. She has improved water systems. She has given medical assistance. And she has done something that is so important. She has done a drive to give children shoes to wear to school. You know what that means to so many children who have not been able to get a pair of shoes to go to school. She has reached out to her farmers. She has reached out to her single mothers. She has reached out to her business owners. And she has worked as hard as she can in this constituency. I say to you tonight, now in 2025, we as Jamaicans can celebrate freedom from the past. And under our Prime Minister, Andrew Michael Holness, we can, as a people, recommit ourselves to freedom. And I want you to listen. We can and we should recommit ourselves to freedom from the destructive and the vicious politics of the past. Let us, as Jamaicans, emancipate ourselves from the destructive rhetoric of the past. Labor rights. We can't build a nation destroying each other, saying the worst about each other, because at the end of the day, whether Labour or PNP, we are Jamaicans. We choose Jamaica. It is not, you know something, it's not about those who can shout the loudest, prance the most on a platform, and say the most unkind and untrue things about another person. Listen, it's not about that person, because there are some people who talk louder than anybody else, dance from one end of the stage to the other, and say what is not kind, and more importantly, what is not true. What is important is about who has delivered. And the numbers can't lie. The facts are there. And the Andrew Michael Holness-led government has delivered in this country. All you have to do, Senator Apka Fitzenley told you, read the book. Read the booklet that we have distributed. And I say to you, if you don't have one, him tell me, say there are enough copies. Get one. See what your government has done. So Juliet has delivered to the people of this constituency. And she's ready for your support. And your support is the support of a vote. So, when the election is called, whenever it is, you and your neighbor must vote Labour. We must go out and vote. And finally, let us send a clear message that we believe in strong leadership. But not just strong leadership, strong and productive leadership. Today, as we celebrate the past and we remember emancipation, in 2025, we vote for the future. We vote for a prosperous future, a good future under the Andrew Michael Holness government and your member of parliament here in East Rural St. Andrew. Shower Labour rights.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for
Labour rights, we're moving right along. And as I did indicate, we now have coming on the stage one Andrew Wheatley. Here at Council 2 is here. Then we also have the water boss himself, Minister Matthew Samuda, and we talk about bus off the bus. We have the Minister Darrell Vaz. We also have the State Minister in Foreign Affairs from Portmore, the parish of Portmore, Alando Terrelang.
Yes, we're building a better future together.
Coming to greet you now is the neighboring MP, the Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Honorable Favour Williams.
Favour them may one way, she cut and come back with the formula. Have everybody speechless like Michael Jackson song, you know. When she a work and they laugh, you know. I know blood in a we are eating.
Shower labor rights! Shower labor rights! Shower labor rights! Let me greet everyone on the platform tonight, but I want to especially acknowledge Deputy Leader Mackenzie, the hard-working Area Council 1 leader, and your Member of Parliament, Mrs. Juliet Holness. Let me hear it for your Member of Parliament. Greetings. Greetings from St. Andrew Eastern. I know I have a lot of people here who are my St. Andrew Eastern people. All across Jamaica, the Jamaica Labour Party government can speak to its achievements. We have more buses and more bus routes. We built the Morant Bay Urban Center. We have a new stadium track. We have a safer Jamaica with more policemen and women. Our murder rate is down by approximately 45%. We have 5,000 more soldiers and new equipment for land, sea, and air. We have new parish justice centers open to give people free help with legal issues. Minister Green has said we have repaired over 700 farm roads, and I know that means something to you in East Rural. We have stronger laws against spray-deer larceny, so when you plant your crop and somebody else comes to reap it, they will know that they can't reap what they did not sow. We have stronger spray-deer larceny laws. All across Jamaica, we have better roads, better homes. We have been improving the lights across the communities. We have delivered land titles to over 23,400 persons. Just last Thursday in Standpipe, one of my communities in St. Andrew Eastern, we had 150 persons who are beginning the process to getting their land titles. Bridges are being built and repaired across Jamaica. More Jamaicans are being lifted out of poverty. So when the PNP said that we are leaning on our achievements, yes, we are. We have many achievements on which we can lean. Yes, our low unemployment rate is one such achievement. At 3.3% is the lowest that we have seen in Jamaica since records began. 24,200 more persons are working now this year. So when they come with the propaganda, you have the truth. You have the book with all the achievements. And so I say to all of you laborites, read the book. So when they come, continue the achievements on your behalf so your lives and that of your families and children can continue to improve. And so I say to you, vote JLP, choose Jamaica, choose shower labor rights, shower.
Choose Jamaica for better communities.
Labor rights, we're in Era Council 1. So right now, I want you to help me to welcome the deputy leader for the Jamaica Labour Party, Era Council 1, the West Kingston boss, the Honorable Desmond Mackenzie.
I love you, Lord.
Thank you. Labor rights. Labor rights. We're running a tight ship tonight. And any moment now, Prime Minister and party leader will be here. Going to now ask to bring you brief greetings. Senior Member of Parliament, the Justice Minister, let's welcome Delroy Chuck.
I'm on a rush them like a pit bull, mixed with a ratty, tap them like a rifle, mixed with a shotty, and over them, tap the watchy, chatty like a thief.
Labor rights, you all look so good, energized, enthusiastic, but labor rights, the most important thing is to get the voters out on election day. Labor rights, the only party that has ever had 500,000 voters was Edward Seaga, our Prime Minister mentor, who got 500,000 votes in 1980. Labor rights, this time we're going to beat the 500,000 and get to 600,000. Because labor rights, Andrew Michael Holness and his team have worked too hard not to get 600,000 more. So labor rights, you're going to go out there and work all the corners, all the byways, every house, and bring out the labor rights, bring out the undecided, because we want to give this Prime Minister the biggest margin of victory ever in Jamaica. And labor rights, I can tell you, in my constituency, I normally win by 3,000 votes. This time I can win by 5,000 or 6,000 votes. Now my quarrel says the first time them see me campaigning, them not see me more, they can see more of me, because the majority will be increased. And I want this right across Jamaica. Let us increase the margin of victory for all Labour Party candidates. So labor rights, work hard, use the energy you have, and get out the voters, because we have to win this election by the biggest margin ever. Show our labor rights.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for
Thank you. And now let's welcome to greet you, Minister of Investment and Commerce. Let's welcome Senator, the Honorable Orbin Hill.
I'm like a walking razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Say I'm dangerous. I'm like a
Show labor rights. Show labor rights.
Me I come from Denby just now. And let me tell you something. If you think Jamaica change, go down a Denby and say, we have all them stalls, the rain come and the people wouldn't leave. Denby big and broad, Florida come, and of course the Prime Minister is on his way. But I'm here tonight to tell you how happy I am to support the wonderful, incomparable Juliet Anne-Marie Holness, we call her Ja. Let me tell you, let me love the woman this up. When the coffee farmers had a real problem, The price gone. Japan not buy none. Juliet called me at Jamaica House and said we have to do something for the coffee farmers. She said, let us call Michael Leach in. So we gathered up in Jamaica House. Me and she called Michael. We persuaded, me said Juliet wouldn't let go the phone. She persuaded Michael that him have to give $60 million as a grant to the farmers in her constituency. Show her labor rights. That the woman not easy. And me watch her in 2016 when nobody said we could have win. We never have any money. Juliet and myself working with a few contributors developed the town hall meeting. The truth is, we borrowed from Obama. Obama was keeping town hall over the place. We carry come at Jamaica, JC, it worked, and the leaders of the Jamaica Labour Party take it on across Jamaica, ended up in Halfway Tree, with the whole Halfway Tree spread out. It must be the last big meeting Edward Seaga ever attend. And me say we take the meeting and we rub out the PNP them, and Andrew became Prime Minister. So let me tell you something now. Me work out the maths this way. When you vote for Juliet Holness, is 1 in 3 you get Juliet Holness, you get Andrew Holness, our husband, and you get the Jamaica Labour Party. You get 3 for 1. We get the third term. Let me tell you. I tell you this before me sit down. 2 days ago I was in Montego Bay at the Caribbean Investment Forum. And a woman, big professional woman, her husband is in London. And the husband called her and said, if the leader of the opposition did really love Jamaica, him would have voted for the JLP and Andrew Holness. And make sure Andrew get the third term. Make sure every one of us vote on election day when Andrew called it. And make sure we give Andrew Holness, who build roads, pull down the unemployment, make sure our country is rich, make sure we stay on the third term for Andrew Holness. Show our labor rights.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity.
Thank you. And now labor rights. My friend, Dr. Andrew Wheatley.
Is there? And if you hear this and then go on the back, go on.
Labor rights. There's some of us live tonight, so we're not gonna dance.
Please just rewind.
Show a labor right.
Check it to the max. Check it to the max.
Labor rights.
Please just rewind. Let me shake it to the max.
All right, select. You know, labor rights. I had to be here tonight representing Era Council 2. But I'm not only representing Era Council 2, but I'm also representing Era Council 3. Labor rights, we are at a critical juncture in the development of our country. And while we want to celebrate, while we have a lot to be proud of labor rights, we still have a lot to do. Recently, I saw some guys on the other side. And if you look at what they are bringing to Jamaica, it is pure disgrace. They do not have any plans, labor rights, and that is clear. In fact, labor rights, when we went out and showed Jamaica what we have accomplished in the 9 years in government, all they could do is to go out there and mock people who wipe car glass. And what is worse, labor rights, is the fact that that same man collect money from the people to wipe the car glass. He is competing with those guys who are trying to work and earn a living, rather than coming with plans to upgrade them, to create opportunities for them. He want for them food too. What kind of leader that, labor rights? You know, labor rights, when I look over that side, you see, yes, nobody over there labor rights, but those who are seeking power over there, if you look at their track record, there's nothing to talk about. In fact, labor rights, you have a number of rejects. In fact, one of them used to represent this constituency and had to run away and went to Portland and was beaten and sent home by action. And now he's looking somewhere in St. Catherine, and I know he must go and deal with him. You have another man from Hanover, served a number of terms and was rejected recently, and I know him look another seat. You cannot even face the people who voted for you the last time. You have a next man who is the stunting man. He was trashed in central Manchester. Now he's seeking to represent South Manchester. But you know what, my labor right? That man is so ashamed that him can't drive through central Manchester to go to South Manchester. What kind of leadership that? You have another man born and raised in St. Ann, served as member of parliament for 2 terms in his born land, in his born constituency, was rejected by the people of Northwest St. Ann, and now is trying to impose himself in Westmoreland. What kind of leadership that? There's another man coming over to the 15th parish in Portmore. He represented Northeast St. Elizabeth, was pushed out by his own party because of what he did in Northeast St. Elizabeth, and walk come at Portmore. What we are seeing, labor rights, what we are seeing is the regurgitation of waste. Political rejects looking for some sense of relevance. But Jamaicans are not fools. We are not fools, labor rights. And I can tell you this. Jamaicans, and not only labor rights, Jamaicans have sense. And Jamaicans will be voting for their own future. We are putting the work as a government. We have made the sacrifices as a people. It is now time for us to reap the fruits of those sacrifices over the last 9 years. We can't get some guys that can't climb tree, but have no stick to pick the fruit and come laugh off of it. And so, labor rights, I am not only speaking to you tonight. Jamaica, you have a government that you have elected, and we are putting in the work. If you check our report cards, you show that we have gotten a very good pass mark. It is now labor rights for us to ensure that we don't take any chances with our future. We cannot give the country to some guys who are just looking for themselves. If you look at history, who benefit the most from FinSac? The same set of guys who want to come on this country. They don't have no love for Jamaicans. All them know is love themselves. And so labor rights, Jamaica, look at what we have achieved as a country. Look at where we want to go for future generations. It is time to move our politics from partisanship to Jamaica. And that is why, in a sense, we have to agree with them, labor rights. It is time to choose Jamaica. Time come for us to choose Jamaica. time come for us to choose the Jamaica Labour Party. Shower Labour.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica, this is what it really means.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Andrew. You know, labor rights, my eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. And I guess tonight we are well pleased and satisfied. Going to ask now to come to you at this time. A man who over the last couple of weeks have been carrying the fight on behalf of the people of Jamaica, especially our school children. So let me welcome now Member of Parliament for Portland, Western, Minister, Transport, Energy, Science, Darrell Voss.
Well, I've been through hills and valleys. I survived out of the old gangster alley. No gunshot, no when me skip and dolly. When them keep me dead back in the jungle in me rally, me want them and pop it up. Bogus banjo me reform.
Thank you, Desmond. Let me say that I won't be long because I'm coming all the way from Portland on the invitation of your Member of Parliament and heading back there when I leave. But I had to come to support Julia Tonis. I had to come to burn some bad mind. And I had to come because I'm going to give them bus after bus after bus after bus after bus after bus.
Slew them and bare feelings them a carry. Them done but can't say them sorry, yeah. Slew them and bare feelings them a carry. Who no want them something again? When you want you with me, who them a could have got them a try.
So let me just tell you 3 things, because I'm not going to detail Desmond and the meeting, because I will have many more time to talk, because the time is drawing nigh. And I'm going to go through every nook and cranny of Jamaica and give them bus after bus after bus. And when I'm done with that, we're going to give them a bus ass. Come whenever the Prime Minister decides to come.
I want to walk on Ira bus. I want to walk on Sarah bus. I want to walk on Janet bus. I want to walk on Margaret bus. Not me on Isaac bus. Not me on Wilshire bus.
I'm going to do a remix of that song tomorrow and call it Darrell Bus. So let me tell you now, very quickly, I hear a lot of things being spoken about Portland. And who come to Portland and what I'm going to do in Portland. Well, as I said before, is 7 different people come to Portland from 2007 to 2020. And all 7 of them get buses, and all 7 of them leave and go back to town same night.
Them get out of town. Them get out of town.
So we're going to give them the same treatment. So I said to you tonight, don't listen to no guy. Tick off East Portland, tick off West Portland, put them down on cock anytime they're ready for the election. The other thing I will tell you is that despite the bad mind over the bus and the wicked and evil comments about the bus, I want to tell my colleagues here tonight that coming here from Portland, I stopped at JUTC Lyndhurst Road because tomorrow morning, as Cock put on him drawers, I have buses going to test 122 routes across Jamaica for the next 4 days.
I want you.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6
122 routes. So you see, Papi into Mavis Bank, tick it off. Papi into Red Light, Irish Town, tick it off. Julia Tonis going to get school bus. Julia Cuthbert going to get school bus. And then when tired, this is school bus. The school bus and we're mad them. And let me tell you something. Wednesday is holiday. So we only have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Them going to see bus in every nook and cranny starting tomorrow morning straight through Independence. Then going mad over bus. Driver, don't stop at all. And lastly, because I'm coming down now, we not stop bun the bad mind them. So I said to you, don't get distracted when you see them have headline in a newspaper about our party leader. Because it's the same playbook in 2016 when them bad mind him over him house. Now them are bad mind him over little money. They are wicked and evil, and we're going to deal with them come election whenever that day is announced. So I said to you, anyway you see them, whether them gather in a 1, 2, 3, 100, 500, 1,000 or 10,000. All you have to do, I point upon them and tell them, say, bad mind. And when you tell them that, they shame. And you see them put on their head and start walking. Because they know that bad mind is the wickedest thing ever. Bad mind worse than any sickness. Because it means that you're grudgeful from your heart. You're grudgeful from your heart. So guess what? East Rural St. Andrew, Jamaica, born bad mind.
Bad mind get the best of them. Bad mind get the best of them. Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica, this is what it really means. To choose Jamaica, choose JLP. Yes, we're building a better future together. Stay true no matter.
Man say, why me done so quick? I said, because I never want you to cuss me. You want more? You want more? You want more? All right. Me not gonna say nothing. I'm not saying a word more. Me just want to show you something.
Hello, bad mind. Good morning. You will say you never did want to see me wake up to keep talking. Yeah. Hello, bad mind. How you doing today?
You know, labor rights. I want you to get yourselves in the groove. I want you to start to prepare yourselves. Because soon. So labor rights, going to ask now just to come and greet you. Because him come from area council 1, but him gone down a St. Ann. And we still remember him. So let's welcome to greet you, the Minister of Water, Member of Parliament, Matthew Samuda.
Matthew Samuda. Show up.
Show labor rights. Show labor rights.
Minister Mackenzie say, "You still remember me?"
Me wonder if Mavis Bank Labour Rights still remember me a area council one. Me wonder if Dallas Labour Rights still remember me a area council one. Me wonder if Garden Town Labour Rights were there still remember me from area council one. Me wonder if Harborview Labour Rights still there. Remember me from area council one. And before me ask Kintyre, Mona Division Labour Rights, you know still remember me from area council one. But Kintyre were there at your place. Not true. Kintyre Labour Rights, you know remember me from area council one. Papine Labour Rights, you know there. Let me tell you something, Labour Rights. This is an interesting community. And this area council is not a normal area council. You have the benefit of having the Minister of Finance in Eastern St. Andrew. Big up Favour Williams. But Labour Rights of East Rural St. Andrew, you have the benefit of having the Speaker of the House, the Honourable Juliet Holness. Big up your Member of Parliament. Labour Rights, I will not belong. We have a lot of work to do in a very small time. There are 3 major water sources in Kingston and St. Andrew. One is the Hermitage Dam, one is the Mona Reservoir, the other is the Tulla Springs, which supports Kingston and St. Andrew from St. Catherine. Those are your 3 major systems. And that has not changed for the last 100 years. That is what it is. In 2015, you needed 55 million gallons a day to support Kingston and St. Andrew. That was the demand. But it was the demand because the network was collapsing. Because 70% of the water that we collected was leaking or being stolen. Today, Labour Rights, in 2025, having built dozens of high-rises, hundreds of complexes, whole heap of apartments, enough business place, whole heap of warehouse, we only need 37 million gallons of water in Kingston and St. Andrew. That is not by accident, Labour Rights. It is because over 10 years, the Labour Party government has said enough of the leaking pipes in Kingston and St. Andrew. We have set about fixing the water distribution in Kingston and St. Andrew. We have said enough of the workless man them who used to run the water commission. We have said we're going to cut the leaks, we're going to cut the theft, and we're going to fix the pipes. Now what is interesting, Labour Rights, is that there is no period in Jamaica history where more pipe laid. There's never been a prime minister who lay more pipe. There's never been a minister of water who lay more pipe. But the PNP find reason for criticize. But your government has broken ground and started to lay a pipe from Ferry to Rockpan, way up at the top already is. $1.4 billion worth of investment. We're going to benefit Dwayne Smith constituency. It's going to benefit the Pagan Anthony Hilton constituency. And it's going to benefit Juliet Cuthbert constituency. Labor rights. How much I want to have friend and family up already is? Whole heap on me, I say. You ever visit them yet? Pure water problem now, them have done. It is this project that is going to fix the water supply for the people of Red Hills on the back of $1.4 billion of investment. So you see, whether your friend them live a Marvally, whether them live a Pembroke Hall, whether them live a Cooper's Hill, whether them live a Red Hills, it is this government that is fixing them water supply, and in 18 months, them not have to worry about bad pan, them can take a shower. But you see labor rights, when people here say one area a fix for water, them say, what about me next? Why me have to fight today? I will tell you why I have to fight today. Because for 40 years, no money never invests in the Water Commission. No water never invests in Rural Water Supply Limited. The last time water invests in a water in this country was Edward Siaga when him carry water through the Yellow Pipeline come fix Kingston problem. But labor rights, your Prime Minister said enough of that. Enough of that. It is why while we stand right here, so right up the road, the people in my Constitution Hill can tell you, say every time them look, them see new pipe lay. Every time them look, them see new tanker bill. Every time them look, them see new bumper install. Because we done with the PNPism. Labor rights, we are in a drought. We're not getting no rainfall. We're not a control over rainfall. And right now, you're short at 12 million gallons a day in Kingston and St. Andrew. Whether you're there at Blue Mountain or you're there at Hagley Park, it's 12 million gallons we need for Kingston and St. Andrew. But your Prime Minister, in February of this year, broke ground on a water treatment plant that will bring 15 million gallons to the people of Kingston and St. Andrew, including East Rural, East St. Andrew, Southeast St. Andrew, Southern St. Andrew, because labor rights. He was a student of Siaga. So I hear my deputy leader tell me some time up. But the time now come. Labor rights, your government is fixing water. Your government is making sure whichever community you are in, you will have water in your pipe. Because we're done with the bad pan. A time for shower. Shower labor rights. Shower labor rights. Shower labor rights.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica, this is what it really means. To choose Jamaica, choose JLP. Yes, we're building a better future together.
You know, labor rights, I want him to understand that despite he has gone into center, we are proud of Matthew Samuda as a product of the Jamaica Labour Party out of area council. And he's a part of a team of hard-working ministers of government. And I want now to introduce to you tonight a man who has taken the responsibility to help to change the state of health care in Jamaica. The PNP try to bash him. They try to undermine and to criticize the work that he has done. But every Jamaican recognize that it is not just snapping of the fingers that change the health system. Let's welcome the Minister of Health, Member of Parliament, Dr. Chris Tufton.
I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. So me I live my life.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Deputy Leader Mackenzie. My colleagues on the platform, shower to all of you. My colleagues in the audience, shower to all of you. I want to begin by saying that Juliet Holness is the best thing that ever happened to East Rural St. Andrew as a political representative. She deserves your support. And I'm happy to see you here tonight, giving her that support. Make sure she come back to Parliament after the leader Andrew Holness fly the gate, and you get a chance to go out and give her another term as your Member of Parliament. I want to also say to you, the people of this constituency, that we know say Bull Bear Health Centre gone down. And we know say you're not pleased either. Because we know say you kind of have to catch out the Harbour View in a one like a makeshift place. I am hoping that you understand why that is the case. Progress of the highway into St. Thomas. I want to say to you that your MP has met with me maybe 12 times, lobbying as a Member of Parliament should do to ensure that you get the proper replacement for the Bull Bear Health Centre. We have identified lands in at least 2 locations. The truck stop area as you enter the highway, and one other location. Both flat lands. We are now deciding which one is the best one for the health centre, and designs have already commenced. I just want to say to the people of that area, with your Member of Parliament leadership, and I as Minister of Health and Wellness, Andrew Holness as Prime Minister in the 3rd term, you will get a brand new health centre in the Bull Bear community. It's not only Bossa mad them. This little document I mad them too. This past week, this government under Andrew Holness unveiled as part of the team effort our record of achievement as a government over the last 8+ years. And it have the orange people them in a tailspin. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to respond. As a matter of fact, I am convinced that some of them have to go visit the psychiatrist in the public health system to sort out them brain and try to understand why them saying and doing the things that them doing. One man decides him not leave the goat farm and him go wipe car window because him don't know how to respond to a record of achievements. One lady in St. Catherine say, all of a sudden, she admits to them bad mind, and they must bad mind the labor rights even more. I hear the same goat farmer man say that if him get the chance to lead education and him not do and transform it, then him rather die. Can you believe that? Well, the odds are in his favor because he will not get the chance to provide any leadership of education. Not a man who say one thing today and another thing tomorrow. I saw one of my constituents this morning and him said to me, MP, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but me trust my constituents. Him say Andrew Holness and Mark Golding go on a Pink's fabric. Figure by fabric. Andrew buy pure ribbon cutting material because of this book of achievements. Mark Golding buy pure low income cloth of yo. Something to you. And I know I don't have a lot of time. But let me say something to you. The People's National Party are involved in what I classify as they're a tragic comedy. I want you to listen to me good. They are a tragic comedy. They are more into hype and comedy show than they are into substance. And sometimes you kind of want to laugh at the clown type of performance on their stage. But you can't laugh because it's too serious. This is a serious time. This is about the future of our country. How can we trust people who say one thing today and say another thing tomorrow? How can we trust the future of our children with a man who say he might go extend hours, and when the Jamaica Teachers Association say, yo, that can't work, then him say, well, me I go try and look at it again. They have not thought out clearly what they dream for this country. They are changing and providing what they say are policy directions as they go along on the fly. Them want build house in a swamp down a Portland because them see swamp and see house down there. I am saying to you today, when the leader of our party, Andrew Holness, call the election, you have a responsibility. You see this document? There is no fluff in this document. None of these achievements were because policies were determined on the fly. None of these these policies, these success, these achievements were determined without thought, without work, without team effort. And they are real. They cannot be challenged. You must feel proud of your party. Let this election be a day of decision for the future of yourself, your family, and your children, labor rights. The people of Jamaica cannot trust the future of this country to people who are uncertain about what they are doing, or who spend most of their time acting like clowns on a stage, providing entertainment for people who they think will laugh and then vote for them. Jamaican people not that stupid. But we have a greater responsibility. We have distributed thousands and thousands and thousands of copies of this document. And it catch them off guard. Them wake up one morning and in all 14 parishes, all them sees a booklet of 256 achievements. And guess what? We could put another 256 in there and more. That is the success of your government. We want you to feel proud to be labor rights. We want you to approach this election in a way that first and foremost look at your future and the future of your community. That's why Juliet Holness is the best choice for East Rural St. Andrew, because she defend you, she defend your interests, she defend the community. And that's why Andrew Holness is the best choice to lead this country for the next 5 years, and why we must support him. Everything else is entertainment. And I don't have a problem with entertainment, because laughter is therapy. So laugh with them as much as they give you a joke. But when the time comes, Tell them to go to the circus. We in the Labour Party will provide leadership to bring this country beyond what we have done today. Show our labor rights. God bless you.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica, this is what it really means. To choose Jamaica, choose JLP. Yes, we're building a better future together. Stay true.
Labor rights, hands in the air. Come on. Kintyre.
I love you, Lord.
Let me see you wave right across. Come on, labor rights.
All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up till I lay my head. Oh,
3 fingers, come on. For the goodness of God.
'Cause all my life you have been faithful.
If you believe it's a third term, Andrew.
All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice.
You have led me through the
fire in darkest night. You are close like no other.
Oh yes.
I've known you as a
father. I know you as a friend. Oh, I am
in the goodness of God.
Say Andrew.
'Cause all my life you have been faithful.
Andrew always has been faithful.
All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Carry it down. You know, labor rights. I want every man and every woman in this audience tonight to remember that in 2016, when Andrew Holness became Prime Minister, Jamaica was a lost country. In 2025, we are proud of his achievement. And let's welcome Jamaica's Prime Minister, Party Leader, Dr. Andrew Michael.
Labor
rights.
Who ready? Let's welcome the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness. Who was the champion? Andrew. Who was the big man? Andrew. Who run the island? Andrew. Who got the best plan? Andrew. Who had the champion? Andrew. Who was the big man? Andrew. Who run the island? Andrew. Who got the best plan? Andrew. Labor right, we ready now. Labor right, we ready now. Ring the bell, them heavy now. Ring the bell, them heavy now. Labor right, we ready now.
You ready?
Labor right, we ready now. Get the hand them ready now. Get the hand them ready. The river coming down, no bank to bank, it's coming down. The river coming down, no bank to bank, it's coming down. Labor right coming down, to bank, him coming down. Brother coming down, to bank, him coming down. Who was the champion? Who was the big man? Who run the island? Who got the best plan? Who are the champion? Andrew. Who are the big man? Andrew. Who run the island? Andrew. Who got
Labor rights. Let's welcome officially to the platform leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness.
Equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember Bustamante, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
Thank you. Thank you, Labor Rights. Who are the big man? Who are the big man? Oh, yo. Labor Rights. I have been in East Rural for the past couple of weeks. I was in this community yesterday walking with a member of parliament. And I want to tell you, I am feeling good. East Rural is looking good. So let us now welcome in our own backyard the member of parliament for this great constituency. Let's welcome none other than Juliet Shaw.
Juliet,
Holness!
away, so we know what we do on election day. East Rural St. Andrew, seat of his stay. We not carry opposition officer. Every night me soul, miss a whole a reason with bro God. A plan now they get a youth to get more job. Agriculture, education and youth program. And she now left out the farmer man. Then Father God, every night when me go my bed to sleep, you know we not be worry cause we have food to eat. Labour Party, you know what them a do it, and when it comes to crime we clean up the streets. Then Father God, you know see how she deal with full.
Showers of blessings, Labor Rights. Showers of blessings, Labor Rights. Whoa, you look really, really good. I cannot believe so much Labor Rights could hold in Kintyre. Labor Rights from Garden Town. Labor Rights from Garden Town. Let me hear you. Labor Rights from Mavis Bank. Let me hear you. Labor Rights from Bull Bay. Missing enough on at the front. Let me hear you. From Albout. Somebody said Labor Rights from Albout. So I see Labor Rights from Mavis Bank. I see Labor Rights from Garden Town. I see Labor Rights from Bull Bay. I see Labor Rights from Harbour View. Kintyre Labor Rights. Let me welcome all my colleagues on the platform. Thank you very much for coming out and giving your support this evening. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. To all the Labor Rights who are here in the Kintyre division, thank you for being here. Whether you come from East Rural St. Andrew or somewhere else in St. Andrew, or you come from St. Catherine, and I see 1 and 2 Labor Rights came with Marissa from Trelawney. Thank you very much. No matter where you came from, you're looking good, you sound good, and you're ready for victory.
Labor Rights.
So Labor right. If some of you heard me last week, I started by saying that Jamaica is no longer a PMP experiment. Our deputy leader said it perfectly. 2016, when the Jamaica Labour Party took government, Andrew Michael Holness found a country that was on the brink of collapse in many ways. But guess what happened? When you know to lead, when you know to manage, when you have the best team, you see results. And we have, after 2 terms, seen achievement after achievement after achievement. When you talk about paying down debt, a lot of people don't quite get what it means to pay down debt. But think about it as you paying down your debt. When you pay down debt that had interest costs, it means that you don't have that chain of debt around your neck anymore. It also means that the money that you used to waste to spend and paying interest payments, you have those monies to spend on the people of Jamaica. I remember when I sat in Parliament for the first time and I hear Desmond McKenzie talking about the 7 billion them did owe JPS. And because of it, everywhere across Jamaica was in darkness. You remember it? It was $7 billion. I don't forget the figure. It baffled me. And in no time, for the first time ever, this Jamaica Labour Party-led government paid down that debt with JPS. So labor rights, paying down those debts meant that running your country good like how some people know to run business good, paying down your debt, having less interest to pay. What did it do for us? It freed us up. I remember when I heard pothole free by 2003. I was wondering if it was 2023 now. Then 2024, 2025. Because at no time at all, in those days that I see road work passing the highway. And now under this government, you see parochial roads at work on, agricultural roads at work on, main road at work on, road. Right here in the Kintyre division, the only road the MP responsible for is St. Joseph Road, Hope River Street. But this member of parliament has been able to work on all the roads that the council are responsible for. Aki Walk, down by Cosmos Muse, down by Mall Road, also Hope Flats. Don't remember the name Dirt Road no more, because Quarry no name Dirt Road no more. Quarry is now Quarry Flats and Quarry Heights and Mall Road. Now name, new name to come. Because no Marl, no Dede, as a result of this Jamaica Labour Party-led government. When I show third term is work. Labour rights. The monies that have been saved have been invested in health care. As the Minister Tufton hold up the book, I have 500 more that I will print for you. 500 more of this so that you can go through and read what we are not able to say on a platform in one night's meeting. You have 250 achievements of this government in this book. And believe you me, the book couldn't hold, so they have to leave some of them out.
rights, when I say that the experiment is over, let's take a look at it. I'm in construction. In 2016, when I go up to the construction site, I would pass site after site after site. You remember one time you see a whole heap of man stand up outside the site gate? Them a look work? You remember them time there? You can think back. You tell me how much site you pass now and you see even one somebody outside stand up and look work. That is what it means when you have a good and caring government and you can move your unemployment rate down to 3.3%. Not even laborers you can find. That is unskilled workers. You can't even find unskilled workers to do work today. Labor rights, you think about it. And I'm going to use Kintyre as an example. When I come to Kintyre and I heard about the death of so many of my brothers and sisters across just every single person in Kintyre, if you ask them, they will be able to tell you, I am related to or I am friends with someone who lost their lives right here in Kintyre. When you reduce crime and murders by 46%, you know what that means? If 200 more of us would have died, it means 100 more saved. You know what that means? Your sister, who probably would not have been here today, is here today. Janice, who would have passed, is with us. And that means everything to us as a government. So when you see a party that because of power, they make up their mind that they are not going to support things like state of emergency, they're not going to support Zozo until them realize that the Zozo come with black wall and with some road and with some money. They were not concerned that the Zozo save lives. They were only concerned about what they could get for themselves out of these government programs. Labor rights, I have never seen in my whole heap of years any government being able to have a solidarity program that returned the $20,000 to 50,000 Jamaicans. Any government that could have run so many care programs returning money. I don't think we have ever heard anything other than foreign about tax back. When you pay tax and government take it back and give it back to you. We don't hear those things. And a government with a leader that has seen us through COVID and been able to say, let me give back to the people of Jamaica because we care for you is not normal. So labor rights, it is not a difficult decision to make. And I remember walking Hope Flats yesterday. There's Mama Kenzie. You saw a little girl there, a young lady. She ran out with her passport because she never have her new ID. And I said to her, go and get your ID. She said, I was PMP. But these are the opportunities that I want for myself to grow and develop in this country. Spend the time and I spoke with her a little. You see, by the time I bust the corner heading down Hope Flats and reached that nice area where all I see was orange flag, my girl down there so with me too, you know, on her phone and TikTok showing who come visit her today. And then she make a call to her auntie. And she said, Auntie, me choose Jamaica, me I choose the JLP for the third term. But you know when me bust out a laugh, when her auntie said, go away, me choose Jamaica and me switch, me and a PMP again. So, I am speaking to not only those of us who understood long ago that the Jamaica Labour Party is the party that genuinely cares, the party that grows the country, the party that builds on achievement after achievement. I am speaking to all Jamaicans, including the PMP who used to stifle them conscience. Don't stifle your conscience. You know what is good for Jamaica. You know what is good for your parish. You know what is good for your constituency. You know what is good for your division, your community, and your own family. Jamaicans, you know what is good for you. Make the right choice. When Dr. Andrew Michael Holness makes the decision to announce the date, do not think for a minute that what we have done, they can do. Them can't manage the work. Them can't manage the work. Because it's not everybody understand when you get elected, you must start work same time. Jah always working. Jah understand from day one that it is work and dedication and commitment to the people that returns you for a second term, for a third term, for a fourth term. And this Jamaica Labour Party is where Jah learned that. So Labour rights, on election day, you get up and you go out and you vote for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica.
I beg in 2 minutes. Let me tell you why I beg in 2 minutes. I know we're going to read this. However, let me give it to you. This is East Rural St. Andrew. Mount Fletcher Primary School Computer Lab, Clark Street Concrete Road, Bull Bay Block Factory Build, Dublin Castle Concrete Road and Asphalt Road, Mount Charles Deep Flooding Infrastructure, Savage Pen Concrete Road, Poppy into Hollywell Highway, David Hill Concrete Road, Guava Ridge to Content, and then to Mount Lebanon, Road, Griffin Gully Bridge, yes, Bermuda Mount Road, Virgin Gully Bridge, replacement of that bridge, Dallas Castle Road, George River Bridge improvement, Mars Drive in Harborview, Scotland Heights, Clydesdale Water System, Content Gap to Top Mountain, Water System, Freetown, Cane River Road, Catchment and Water System, Jacks Hill Road, Maryland, Water System, yes, Dublin Castle, Water System, Claremont Road, Gardentown Road, Belclure Lodge, including the breakaway, Passion Gardens, major breakaways of Gardentown, Tone, Greenville, all being repaired by this member of parliament. Yes, source thousands of tablets, Flamstead Farm Road, several work done in Tower Hill Lime Tree. Yes, scholarships on top of scholarships, Pepper Ward dinners on top of Pepper Ward dinners. I don't want to hear them. When we introduced what was called Agri-Hope, this was hope for our farmers. The first time ever big strawberry project for the farmers and Chinese winter vegetable project for our farmers. We produce more Irish potato than anywhere in Jamaica because we invested in our farmers, for our young people, for our youth, chicken projects so they can come together and build their business and teach their business. Yes, Jackwood Water System, done. Industry Village breakaway, fix. Bridge from Penfield to Sugarloaf, 3 bridge needed. We promise that we will do 1 bridge a term. First bridge done, second bridge done, third bridge loading. So labor rights, when you hear the rumors and the foolish talk, don't spread it. You go out there, you find the information, and you go and preach the gospel of Jamaica and choosing Jamaica. We are the only party that will make Jamaica better, better, better and better. We are going forward. We want prosperity. We want a better Jamaica. We want to ensure that we can live, raise our families, and retire and relax here in peace. Labor rights. When Andrew Michael, Dr. Brogard Holness, call the next election, don't tell me that him win already. Come hear that. Don't tell me say we win already. The way to win is for everyone to get up on election morning. If rain fall, ignore it. If the sun hot, ignore it. Get up and get your ballot in the box. Put your ballot in the box for the Jamaica Labour Party. Showers of blessings, Labour rights. Showers of blessings. For better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica, this is what it really means. Choose Jamaica, choose Jamaica.
You know, Labour rights, I want to tell you that there is nothing wrong with Jamaica. Jamaica is moving. The only thing that will be wrong for Jamaica is the PNP. And so tonight, Area Council 1 is showing to party leader where we stand. And we have said to him what we want. But only he knows. Labour rights, let's welcome now the Member of Parliament for West Central, St. Andrew, leader of the great Jamaica Labour Party, Prime Minister for 1 term, Prime Minister for 2 terms, Prime Minister for the 3rd term, Andrew Holness.
Boss, done for every done. Ever militant.
So are Labour rights.
Humble like column. Tell them no confuse.
So are Labour rights. Let me greet my colleagues on the platform. And I want to make special commendations to Area Council 1. They have been very organized and they have worked very hard. And I commend them. But I especially want to commend a very hard-working lady. Someone who I have known all my life. Someone who, aside from family, she loves the people. And she has made the people of East Rural her family. And I have observed her over these many years becoming more and more involved in political life. And when I discuss her involvement with her, I began to realize that she didn't, she moved from coming into politics because of me, but now she's in politics because of you. Because all she talk about now is you. Everybody who needs school fee, everybody who have problem with health and they ask for assistance, every citizens group that quarrel about road not fixed, every taxi driver that pass our office they drop in a pothole, everything. She's so involved in it. She has made it her life. She's passionate about the people and the challenges of the people. But I also find that she is even more excited to find the solutions. So, take away the party, take away the government. She is a good person for you. She cares for you. She will make the sacrifice for you. But she is competent. She know what she do. She very smart. She know how to get things done. She is very effective and efficient. She get things done quickly. And so, I don't even know who is running against her. But it really doesn't matter, because she has distinguished herself by her service, by her works. By her works, she has earned your support and your vote. And by the response that I have seen here in your attendance and attention, it is clear to me that you are rewarding her with your support and her vote. I am speaking it into being, therefore, that Juliet Holness will be the Member of Parliament for East Rural St. Andrew after the next general election.
Miss Holness, cook them, calf them, uruf waf them.
The Jamaica Labour Party took over Jamaica at a very precarious time in its history. The country was teetering on the edge. Many problems. Aside from the economic problems, the country faced a government problem. A government that couldn't ensure that a simple thing like motorists getting proper fuel for their car, proper gas for their car. You remember? Bad gas? You remember that? That was a government failure. We were dealing with a government that was not able to control simple things like a mosquito-borne disease. Yes, we have dengue, and sometimes you have an outbreak, we jump on it and get in control. The Minister of Health is here. but they couldn't control chikungunya, which they knew what to do and didn't do it. They couldn't provide our hospitals with the resources to ensure that our babies would survive. And we had a problem called the dead baby scandals. You remember that? Government problem. And all they try to do is to recreate those scandals of their government. Recreate them artificially and falsely. But the people already know that when the PNP form the government, we end up with a bad government. Bad government. So, if you look at the PNP government between 2011 and 2015, and you look at all their failures, they had failures with electricity. They had failures with the bad gas. They had failures with a thing they call Jeep. How many of you remember Jeep? Said they're going to provide employment to people. It is not so long ago that these things have happened, and people still remember them. When we took over, we made a commitment that we are going to give the people good government. We are going to be effective in the management of the affairs of the people. Look at us. We take over. We have a big problem called COVID. Think about it. The worst pandemic. Well, it's the only pandemic we have had in 100 years. And it happened not by us, we don't have nothing to do with it. But look how we manage it. I want you to stop and think for a moment. If COVID happened under the PNP, what would our country be today? Just think about it. Just think about it. They couldn't manage the economy between their 5 years from 2011 to 2015. Think about it. They raised taxes on the people at least twice. They put on $34 billion of new taxes on the people. $34 billion. What that means is that they went into your pocket and took out more money in order to fund their government. Look at what we have done now for 10 years. No new taxes. Beryl hit us, and we were able to, out of our own resources, recover from Beryl. We never had to borrow. 14,000 Jamaicans got assistance for recovery from Beryl from our own resources, and we were able to do that within 2 weeks after the event. Can you imagine if Beryl occurred under the PNP? Thank God, not like that never happened. So I want to make the point to you quick and fast. You have a better government that knows how to manage government and run your affairs. You can have confidence and faith in this government. The PNP is a risk. It is an uncertainty. You're taking a chance. We have given you stability. No question about that. Dollar stable. Inflation stable. Unemployment come down. Tax, you don't have to worry about that. Look now on security. If you look at when crime start to rise in Jamaica, past 1,000 murders under the PNP. We are the ones that are working now to bring murders sub 1,000 at the end of the year. We are the ones that has made the greatest reduction in murders and crime in Jamaica. A problem which many thought could never be solved, but we solving it. So my friends, we are entering this season very quickly. The season of decision. The season when you have to choose. And we are not going to close our eyes and say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No. That's not how we do it. The PNP want you to close your eyes and listen to their lies. No. No. What we are going to do is to examine the track record. And when we put to you our performance, which we have documented in a nice little book. You remember a couple of months ago I told you that we are going to look at all our achievements and we're going to produce our top 200. It's far more than 250, but the book would have been too big. So we take the top 250. Minister Tufton, you are the campaign manager. We have at least another 100 more achievements that we didn't put in the book. If you can find the time, sir. Right? Please publish those other 100 in a smaller book. But we're not going to stop there. We have told all the members of parliament to document what they have achieved and done in their constituency. Notice, your member of parliament, Juliet Holness, was able to read out all the things that she has done, and I'm sure that's not all of it. And so at our meetings that we are going to have, when your members of parliament are speaking, aside from the gimmicks and the show and the dancing, they're going to tell you what they have done. Because you are going to be empowered with knowledge and information to make the right decision. So quick and fast, two other things I want to leave with you. This constituency is a beautiful constituency. It is very large. Geographically, it has lovely hills. And it has a nice little plain in Harbourview and Bull Bay side. But there is a big problem with water. Not just in this constituency. Most of the rural belt, even heading over into St. Thomas, big problem with rural water. We have a company that was established in 1986, thereabout, the Rural Water Supply Company. And that company has certain capacities. It can set up mini or micro water supply schemes in rural communities. 1 year we made an allocation of $800 million, forgive me, to the company to do several projects. But the company is restricted because of its size. What we are going to do with that company, we are going to make an investment in that company to expand it, to give it more engineers, to give it more project managers, so that it can take on more of the smaller projects in the rural communities. I remember touring a community up in the hills. And the people were very creative. They were using irrigation hoses, putting it up on trees, taking the water from a stream, and gravity feeding it down to their homes. That shouldn't be the case in modern day Jamaica. It is not a matter that we don't have the budget to do it. It is now a matter that we need to increase the capacity of the agencies that we have created to deal with this problem. And therefore, we are going to give greater capacity to the Rural Water Supply Company to be able to take on these projects. I guarantee you that within the next 5 years, we will treat with all the water problems in these communities. We have the capabilities to do it, and we have the resources to do it. We will get it done. Finally, in 2011, the PNP made a promise that they will take GCT off electricity. They didn't fulfill that promise. We made a commitment that we are going to address the issues that you face with electricity, which is probably one of the most significant costs that households face in their consumption basket, the cost of electricity. And we have started to address that. We have cut GCT on electricity. We move it from 15% to 7%. That's a significant cut. So when you look at your electricity bill, you start to see the reduction. But for persons who now don't have electricity or who have electricity through other means, and you know what I mean when I say through other means, it is a problem that we have to address, because everybody who is getting their electricity informally, I am certain that if they were given an affordable option, they would go with the formal and regular and legal means. We have to change how our government operates to ensure that our people can follow the law in getting the basic things that they need to survive. And that is why we have a program that is going to help every household that needs assistance with household wiring, because you can't get formal electricity if your house don't properly wire. And so we have started that program now to help households through the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, and rural electrification. Second thing is that some people would prefer an option to be able to pre-purchase electricity, like how you buy a phone card, so that they can manage their electricity consumption instead of at the end of the month a bill come that they never even figure out that they would have that cost coming on them. And then before you know it, they can't pay it and the light cut off. And so what we are going to do is expand the prepaid electricity program to allow those households who would want to be able to get their electricity by prepaying it. These are just some of the initiatives that your government is putting in place to make life more affordable for you. Come September, many of you who will be sending your children to school in some of the rural communities will be able to benefit from a far reduced fare on the public school bus system that we will be implementing come September, for which this constituency and many others in rural Jamaica will benefit from. We have to give Minister Darrell Vaz some credit, because he took the first step and brought in 2 of the buses and tested them in his constituency and his wife's constituency. So we have some data as to how those buses perform. But you know, the value of what we're going to get from those buses is far more than the savings that you are going to get in your pocket. A large part of the deterioration in our social values and in the behavior of our children is how they are treated on public transportation. It is what they are exposed to in public transportation. So even if there were a slightly increased cost relative to any other solution, I would prefer this solution because it would mean that once and for all we can ensure that our children are transported from their home to school and from school back to home in an environment that is conducive for good and proper behavior that will improve generally our society. So my friends, these are just some of the things that we are doing. Whenever I come to the platform, I am tempted to go through all the things. But I am reminded that you have been here for a while. And the speakers have all said what I have said already, many of them. So I am just reinforcing to you. But let me say, there is no guarantee for anything. We have to work for it. The story of my life is that I have never been given anything free. I've had to work for anything that I have had. I have said it before and I will say it again. I don't know what a gold spoon looks like. It has never been in my mouth. I have no inheritance or any endowment or any trust fund anywhere. Whatever I have worked hard and honestly for it. I have never gained wealth by exploiting the people. No. And I want to say to you that my ethic is that I believe in working for what I have. By the sweat of my brow, I shall eat bread. And that is the ethic of the Jamaica Labour Party. We work for what we have. And in the same way, we are working for the 3rd term. We are not believing and acting as if we are entitled to a 3rd term. There is no entitlement. Some people behave like they own Jamaica. It's just a matter that time come for them. It's not a matter that they work for it. It's not a matter that they deserve it. It's not a meritocracy. It's just that time, the effluxion of time. It's just so. But we have never, I certainly have never behaved entitled in Jamaica. A part of the challenge that I face is that I represent a disruption, a real disruption for those persons who believe that they have an entitlement to Jamaica. You see, I don't have any Topanaris in me. I am 100% purebred Jamaican. The struggles that you went through, I went through. I know what it is to walk to school. I know what it is to not have a seat in a classroom. I went to Spanish Town Primary with more than 60 picnic in the classroom. I know. And it is because I've had those experiences why I believe that I have been able to direct the development of policy that has made Jamaica from what has been considered as a basket case to now being considered as the case study for a country to transform itself without mineral resources, without dictatorship, without external and foreign aid. We, together as a people, will transform our country. I wish no man, one thing with me, when I go to my bed, I don't worry about things. My heart is clean. I have never wished harm on anyone. I have never spoken ill of anyone, and I can say I have never spread a rumor on anyone. And I don't tell lies on people.
Don't live like a movie, watch me. Jump up in a jacuzzi, Ashley. Get on you just a move.
So, as I said it all, I've said it over and over and over and over again. There is a battle for the minds of the people of Jamaica. There are some people whose mind is already set. And I use the analogy that they support a football team. I am a Liverpool fan, and Desmond is a Manchester United fan. That not going to change. If Liverpool lose, me a Liverpool fan. And if Manchester United lose, Desmond is a Manchester United. It just not going to change. And so you have some people in Jamaica like that. I keep saying, however, that the consequences of supporting a bad government is far more dangerous to you than the consequences of supporting a bad football team. So to those who treat their politics like how they treat football, I would encourage them to start looking at performance and make rational decisions. And that is why we have put out now our achievements book, so that you can make rational decisions. The book, people look at it and say, oh, it's a PR stunt. No, think deeply about what that book is. That book is the expression of the Jamaica Labour Party's respect for you. We respect you. We know that you will take up that book of performance and you will read it and you will make your own logical conclusions as to who is best to run this country. That's what it is. It is our symbol of respect that for the first time in the history of Jamaica, a political party can turn over to you its prospectus of performance for you to decide and not to play upon emotions, but to focus your mind on performance. So Labourites, the time is drawing near. My Jamaican family, the time is drawing near. My Jamaican people, you have a strategic government, a disciplined government, a government that does things systematically and in order. We don't believe in chaka chaka, and we never, ever, ever, ever look chaka chaka. When I put my hand out to you to shake it, you don't have to think twice. You can take my hand. You know that we are clean-hearted and clean hands. We don't believe in chaka chaka. So, we come to you with clean hands, we come to you with a clean heart, and we bring clean words to you. and we give you knowledge and information on which you can make a decision. So the time, my friends, is drawing near. We have taken the time to make the calling and election sure. We're not leaving any stone unturned. We're not leaving any voter unconnected or unattended. And it means that all of you who have come here, you have that duty to connect with your neighbor, connect with your co-worker, connect with your friend, and let them know that Jamaica is on the path. Jamaica is rising. Jamaica is growing. Jamaica is changing. Jamaica is transforming. Prosperity is the direction, and we will achieve our goals. Labor rights, I love you. God bless you. My Jamaican family, God bless you.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity.
Labor rights. You have just heard from party leader and prime minister what you say about the third term. What you say about the third term? Who are the big man? Who are run the country? We choose. We choose. And so labor rights, gonna ask you to travel home safely. Keep your ears. Keep your minds open. Because soon, and very soon.
You have been listening to the JLP's East Rural St. Andrew Constituency Conference. The main address delivered by the JLP leader and Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness. Clearly a man who is intent on fighting what he clearly sees as a perception that is out there. He says he has had to work for everything that he has had in this life, clearly responding to new revelations coming out of the Supreme Court in that affidavit from the Integrity Commission. He also told the labor rights that he's making sure, he's making the party election sure, he says. Yes, because his government will do nothing, he says, chaka chaka. Obviously, trying to take hits at the opposition leader. But something the Prime Minister said struck me. He said he represents a disruption. He represents a disruption from those who believe that they are entitled to the leadership of Jamaica. And I think it's fair to say what you're seeing is the sketches of how the Prime Minister intends to respond to this controversy that surrounds him in relation to his Integrity Commission filings, saying to us that he has worked hard for all he has, and that those who believe that they are entitled, that they should by right govern Jamaica, are seeking to destroy him. It's an interesting message. In many ways, I think it's the obvious message that somebody from the lower classes in Jamaica would have worked hard and risen to the pinnacle of government in this country. But it also suggests to us that he is not going to back down. He does not intend to back down. There are people who believe that this controversy is enough, that it will bring him down. He is clearly showing that he intends to fight for the hearts and minds of Jamaicans and to make his case as to why he should be re-elected to, and his government, to a third term in office. But that point about being a disruptor, I think it's a very interesting point. I think it's a point that requires further discussion and debate. I had told you, those of you who were listening to Nationwide at 5 some time ago, that I did get the sense that there are institutions in this country, that there are people in this country who have, for whatever reason, and I told you I wasn't quite sure what the reason was, who have taken a posture and a position that they must govern, they must rule, they must wield power, and they were prepared to do that at any cost. I think you heard from the Prime Minister this evening that he's seized of that and that he intends to fight for his right to remain at the helm of government. He says he has a right because he has performed. Yes, it is to be seen what the Jamaican people will do. That's all the time we have. Special thanks to our producer, Sonia Stewart. Thanks to our videographer on location, Jamal Tucker. Jermaine Compass was the technical operator on location. Thank you to Damian Cunningham, who is in studio. And on behalf of the entire team, my name is Ricardo Brooks. You can join us again, of course, at 6 a.m. tomorrow, where George and Tana, I believe, Tana should be back, from vacation. We'll have Nationwide this morning. Good evening.
That was the East Rural St. Andrew Constituency